Guys, okay guys, what we are going to do here, we have come to realize that a lot of BMW users have been struggling with this airflow meter box not doing its job as per its prescription. So we are looking at a solution basing on this irritation. This one I had to get another one, but initially the one that was in here was not working. This one works, the current one that is in here. So we're doing a diagram here. We want to redesign or reconfigure whatsoever this system.
Okay, so what we're actually doing on this socket is we need to map the voltages of the different pins that are on this socket that plugs onto the airflow meter. So we are first of all we'll try and locate which pins are responsible for supplying the 12 volts power supply from the battery to the airflow meter.
Let's first turn on our ignition.
Yeah,
We'll actually start it
exactly
without plugging.
Yeah.
See our readings.
So there you see pin 3 is 5 volts DC, right? That's 5 volts DC. So pin 3 plus 5 volts DC. So it's that one there in the middle. So it's that pin there in the middle supplies 5 volts DC to the airflow meter. So let's go back again to the actual socket. As you know, the negative probe of the multimeter can connect to any metal chassis, whether it's the engine or the chassis of the car. That's your ground pin. That is the quickest way of locating the 5 volts. Can you help me? Just press it against the chassis or any metallic part of the car. And then as you can see, on pin on there again, on pin 1, we have got 5 volts. So that's another 5 volts. Right. So we make pin 1 here plus 5 volts DC. Right. That's pin 1, 5 volts DC. Pin 2, let's see what pin 2 gives us. Pin 2 at the moment is currently giving us 0.165 volts DC, and it is fluctuating. So I'm suspecting that the reason why it's fluctuating is the actual voltage that varies. As you rev the car, I think it actually goes up, and as you let go of the accelerator, it goes down. So we're gonna do that test and see. Try and accelerate. Let's see if we're correct. There we go. See? Now it's at 0.2. When you leave the accelerator cable, the voltage goes down.
Drops, yeah.
Yes, so that is the range that we are looking for. That from idling speed of the engine to actual maximum speed, what is the voltage? So on pin 2, we actually measured 0.165 volts, which is equal to car is idling, right? And then at about
change upon revision.
Yes, at slightly revving voltage increased to about 0.225 volts DC. So I actually believe that as you rev even more, it can actually even go higher, the voltage. So can you try and rev it a little bit more than what we did, just to see if the range of that voltage So I think the maximum range is actually maybe something like 0.2.
Quite restrictive.
Yeah, it's quite restrictive. Okay, right, fine. Let's go again to pin 3 and measure the voltage at pin 3. Pin 3 is 5 volts again, so nothing has changed. And it also confirms that the test that we did initially on pin 3 is still the same. Right, how about pin 1? Let's see if it's still 5 volts. Yes, it is. And then now on pin 4, let's see what is happening on pin 4. It is actually 0 volts, of which I suspect that pin 4 is actually ground or chassis. Let us see with reference to pin 4 if we still get the same voltages from the other pin.
In simple terms, we are saying this is our earth.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
If you are an armature, eh?
5 volts, as you can see. So it confirms that pin 4 is actually earth or ground or chassis. So there again, pin 2, right? Can you rev a little bit? So there we go again. So now we have a complete map of our voltages. Right now, as you rev, I would like to monitor the 5 volt pins and see if they change. Can you rev it again a bit? Oh wait, now the voltage changed. Rev again. On pin 3. Okay, so there's no change on pins 1 and pins 3. They stay at 5 volts regardless whether the car is idling or revving. So now pin 4 becomes our ground or earth or chassis or chassis, right?
Or
and
chassis.
Then, yes, and then pin 4, we said pin 4 is what? Pin 4 is actually the ground. On pin 5 there is no connection, it's an NC. This is ground, earth or chassis. Yeah, chassis, exactly. So from there then it is going to be very possible to actually build a replacement of the graphite wiper arm system that controls the
Stay tuned.
airflow meter.
Stay tuned and please subscribe, guys, if you want to learn more. That is, if you want to learn more, guys, subscribe.